You ever get a feeling people just stop thinking?
Like completely just following the crowd, repeating what they hear, no questions asked.
And it's not ignorance, it's worse. It's refusing to think, accepting comfort over truth.
Exactly. Easy answers, hot takes, viral nonsense. That's our reality now.
And when that happens, society doesn't just slow down, it starts collapsing quietly without anyone noticing.
That's the apocalypse of idiots. Not fire and brimstone, but a world where thinking is rare.
Where emotions rules, conformity wins, and anyone who questions gets labeled the outlier.
And the scary part, most of us don't see it happening. We are all caught up in it.
So the real question is, are we part of the problem, or are we the ones who can actually stop it?
Today we are diving into that, how this intellectual collapse shows up in real life, and what it takes to fight back.
Buckle up, because if we don't talk about it, nobody else will. Okay, today our content is not gonna be in a form of news, but it's gonna be in a form of
A Q&A,
question and answers, and
like R&Q.
like R&Q. You know, a crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, basically we want to share something very interesting, and this is not just any regular content. This is, from the intro you saw, this is a very, very touchy subject, and this is a very educative subject. So let's just delve into it. We have a Q&A. I'm going to be doing the answering. I'm going to try to answer most of the questions, and then Dave is going to be asking them.
So let's go straight forward to our first question. Shelter, when you hear the phrase apocalypse of idiots, what do you think, and what does that mean?
The apocalypse of idiots is, to me, it's a wake-up call.
Okay.
It's a conscious call that is being made to this generation, and to say we are in the apocalypse of idiots is basically to say we are in the times where people don't have time to ask questions, or people feel very lazy to research or delve deep into a topic. People just want to hear it and believe it. People just want to see the surface of any piece of information they come across. Currently we are in a world where we have a lot of information. We have lots and lots of information, but we don't want to do research. We just want to get the surface knowledge of something and then we move on.
Do you see it as an insult to people or a warning about culture?
I see it to be a call to wake rather than an insult, because if you think about it, it's not an insult. I would say it's a wake-up call. So that is how I see the apocalypse of idiots.
Oh, okay. Why do you think this idea resonates with so many people right now?
Because a lot of people currently, the reason why this is an apocalypse is because a lot of people are being affected by this. And a lot of people currently, like I already said, do not want to delve deep, do not want to think, hard, or even think at all about anything they come across. Everybody just wants to receive and belong. When I say receive and belong, I mean in a sense that, I belong to this group of people, and there is an information. Okay, there is this news. They said this is a news, right? I don't want to be very specific, but like there's a piece of information that deserves thinking. Since everybody in my group has accepted it, why do I have to go and question it or something? Otherwise, people will start seeing me to be rebellious or see me to be like
disrespectful.
Yeah, so I'll just also accept it. That is the phase that we are in right now. That
even
is what,
though it's not cool with you.
Yes. So people just accept it that way, and that is why I think it resonates with us currently.
Okay. Do you genuinely feel people are thinking less deeply today than before?
Yes, I do. I think so, because back then we didn't know much. We didn't have a lot of information, but we still had geniuses like Albert Einstein, geniuses like who can I mention? Nietzsche himself, who came up with the Apocalypse of Idiots, Socrates, and other philosophers. But now that we have so much information in the world, you realize that we have, sorry to say, become more and more dumber than we used to be.
Okay, that sounds good. Where do you personally notice this most? Is it online, politics, relationships, or education?
You notice this in all the aspects you mentioned: online, politics, relationship, education, even religion.
Exactly.
If you look at our online presence, I'm going to break it down one after the other. When you look online right now, a lot of people who are following certain trends do not understand the concept of those trends. It's just, everybody is agreeing to it, so hashtag this, so yes, I'm also going to hashtag this. But what does it really mean? Let me pick an example.
What is the motive behind it?
Yes, let me pick an example of an online / political reference. Make America great again. People say, yes, let's make America great again. Let's make America great again. But what does it really mean to make America great again?
Like, for example, Ghana, we are resetting our system.
What does it mean to reset?
Exactly.
People do not understand. People think, okay, Ghana is going back to when Kenke was 50 pesos or 2 cedis or 1 cedi. But what does it really mean to set the system? Let me not diverge. Let me get back to the American theory, where America got great by stealing from other countries. That is how America got great in the first place. So if you want to make America great again, it means you have to do what you did in the first time to get rich or to be great. So yes, make America great again means stealing from all these people, stealing from Venezuela, stealing from other countries, just to keep up or to have the world, to acquire more resources. So people follow that trend blindly, because if people knew that this is what it would take to make America great again, they wouldn't agree to it. But make America great, so let's just make America great.
Yeah, because we all believe that America is a powerful and a great country.
Yeah.
So.
But we know better. America is nothing. America is
nothing without other people.
It's not even anything with anybody, because I think America is even less than Ghana. No, America is actually less than Ghana. I know, because if you look at resources, we have a lot of resources that if America has those resources we have in their land, they will not need immigrants. Or look, it will be very difficult to even go to America to acquire visa if they have what we have. So they don't even have it, and look at how they're acting.
I tell you.
Yeah.
That sounds very interesting, and I'm really enjoying this topic.
Of course.
Yeah. So let's go to the next point. Is this a new problem, or has social media just exposed it more?
I think it is both, in the sense that in the past, people had less information, but people learned more. Leonardo da Vinci studied medicine, he studied human anatomy, he studied biology, he studied art, he studied should I call it aeronautics? Because he studied how to build aircraft and all those things. Just one man.
Very
Back then, when
genius.
there was no YouTube, there was no place for you to go and get your
No internet access.
Internet access or learn something, new information, right? But he was able to acquire
To
all
invent all those
and
stuff.
now that we have these platforms, how many of us are taking advantage of it to do more? Just a few, one or two. So I think it's a thing that is new, and also it's a thing that the internet is also exposing, because we got to even know about the apocalypse of idiots through the internet.
Exactly.
And somebody is also going to get to know about it through us.
Through us, exactly.
So yeah, the internet is exposing it.
Okay, the next question. We have more information than any generation before us. So why does it feels like understanding is declining
Yes, we do have more information than any generation
before us?
but understanding is declining because people have refused to, or we have refused to think deeper. We just haven't refused. From my point of view, I think understanding is different from memorizing,
Exactly.
in the sense that throughout school we are taught to memorize and produce.
Exactly.
You memorize, you produce. So you realize that in the past, people were actually made to understand before they take exams on what they are doing. But now that the education system is changing, thanks to these elites who control our education and all of that, they actually make it in a way that you don't need to understand what you are learning. Just memorize it and produce the answers. And then keep going. So it is not actually our teacher's fault. It's coming from way up. You don't need to fully understand what you are learning. Just produce the answer. Memorize it and produce the answer.
Teachers just do, let's say, 40%, and the 60% is up to you, the student, to do the rest.
But if you have that sense in mind, you realize that if I have 60% to make it, and the teacher is also doing 40%, what would that mean? It means I'll do whatever it takes. If whatever it takes means copying or memorizing to produce answers, I'm not building understanding.
No.
But we are supposed to learn to understand. That way, when I write that a noun is a name
of
a person, or a noun is a name of anything, I'm right.
Exactly.
But my teacher said a noun is a name of a person, a place, an animal, or a thing.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm to write a noun is the name of anything, and the teacher says it is wrong because I didn't write what he said, then it means I'm supposed to memorize, not understand. If you understand it, then you know anything can be a person, a place, an animal, or a
object,
thing.
everything.
You're
right.
So yes, just we don't learn to build understanding. Now we learn to memorize. So there will be less understanding in this generation, and the one to even come.
That's true. That's true. You're making a whole lot of sense.
Right.
I agree with you. So the next question. Do you think access to information has made people lazy thinkers?
Yes, I do think access to information has made people lazy thinkers, in the sense that because we are exposed to so much information, we know that I have in abundance. So once I get the surface of what I'm looking for, I'm good. You get me?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to research on how to start a YouTube channel, and I open the YouTube video, or I get an article that talks about how to start your channel. If I start reading it, and in the article, the very beginning, they mention you need a tripod, you need lights, you need cameras, you need a location. If I get all these things that I need, what do? Sometimes you might not even care to read further to see okay, your light is supposed to be at this temperature, it's supposed to be at this angle, this is supposed to be here, you set up your table this way, your camera angle should be like this. Like, we don't care about that. All we want is the surface of the information. Exactly. But now that we are in an era where so much information is available, we don't want so much. We just want the surface. We get the surface and then we move on.
for example, when you get, let's say, you get your phone updated. You know, after updating, they prompt you with what terms and conditions, telling you that go through. When you agree with the terms and conditions, you accept. But how many of us do read those terms and
Nobody
conditions?
does that.
Because when you look at the level or
The length
of the terms and conditions, you feel lazy.
Exactly. And even in that terms and conditions, sometimes there is a segment that there could be a segment that says your information or your pictures or yes, your information can be shared on the cloud for research purposes. Because you didn't read it, you don't know that anything like that can happen. Before you know, your pictures are online, your bank details are online, because they told you it could be shared on the cloud and all that, and you didn't care to
take it serious,
to see how to go about it, or to make sure yours are not being shared online. You get it? So yeah, all those things affect us.
That's good. So the next question: what's the difference between being informed and actually thinking critically?
Being informed and thinking critically, it's very different. I would say to be informed is to be told. Now, you've been given information. That is being informed. But actually thinking critically or thinking critically is what you do with the information you are given.
Yeah.
So if you are told that you were born in a religious home, you were born a Christian, so you are supposed to go to church, and maybe you have questions, you feel like, oh, my friend is a Muslim and I want to be a Muslim. Can I join them today at the mosque to learn one or two things? You won't ask that question. That is you critically thinking. Okay, you've come up with a thought that you are trying to see, is it possible for me to do this? But because society doesn't reward critical thinkers, it rather punishes critical thinkers, you dare not ask your parent that question. You'd rather just go to the church like you are being told. You see your friends going to the mosque and you fancy it and you want to try it one day, but you can't because you're in trouble if it comes out of your mouth. If that thought comes out of your mouth that, oh man, I want to go to the, bro, you're in trouble. So being informed is having an information. Critically thinking is what you do with that information. Is it a good information? How does it help my life? Do I just take the information and then just move on with it? Is there a loophole in that information, or is there something in that information that doesn't sit well with me? Yes, if there is, then I question it. Why is this like this? Or why can't we do this like this? And then your parents will probably say something like, that is how it has been for generations. You don't come to change it. So you just follow. Do you get it? So yes, there is information, but then there is critical thinking as well.
That sounds good. That sounds good. You gave me a clear understanding based on that. Okay, so we'll move to the next question. How much responsibility do platforms carry in this apocalypse?
I would say platforms are a major cause of this apocalypse of idiocy. In a sense that, look, these platforms were built to make us dumb. I won't mean to say it. Let me just put it that way.
No.
You see, in a sense that if you make educative content, you do not go far on these platforms.
Exactly.
But if you make funny content and foolish content and, unnecessary content, bro, your videos are going to be racking views that you've never seen in your life before.
Exactly.
I would give you an example. I have a friend who, I won't mention his name. We just spoke about him. He called me, the guy who called me.
Yeah.
He has an OnlyFans account, okay, where he takes videos from nude ladies and all that, and then he posts on his OnlyFans. And so much views,
And
so
make
much,
money
even
out of
pictures. Yes, and he makes money out of it. But he has another account, which is his personal account, where he posts his pictures and videos of himself, educating people, giving tutorials on cyber security and all those things, website building. And bro, those videos don't do much. 150 views, and his OnlyFans account is racking 34,000 views, 50,000 views,
even 1 million. Some even running 1 million.
So views. You see how these platforms have a hand in making sure that we are actually facing this apocalypse. If you make educative content, they don't
People
go far.
are not ready to buy it.
But if you make stupid content, so to speak, you get a view.
Excuse my language. There's this particular account on TikTok. This guy, all the content he does is when he pulls, he take a video of his pool and post it.
Pool?
Yeah.
What's pool?
Let's say to defecate on the floor.
Oh, when he poops.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just take a video of it and upload it. And whenever he uploads any of that, he gets over 1 million views.
Really?
And people have interest in that. But if you and I to sit here, like we are doing, trying to educate people, we are all learning, people might not have much, they'll feel like they are even wasting their time, wasting their data.
That's true.
But people have interest in such stuff like that. So it's just a funny world we live in.
Yeah,
and the kind of generation that
the platforms have a hand in it. So
and even the system that runs this kind of videos, they allow these videos run faster and go far on their algorithm system, which is very bad. But educative ones that will help people to know more and understand things, they struggle to grow.
Anything that liberates people, this algorithm or these platforms don't promote them, because you are enlightening people. You're opening the eyes of people to see what is right before them that they can't see. Now, these platforms are run by big corporations, and their aim is to make sure nobody sees what the real world is like, or nobody understands what the real world is like. What do? They distract you with this comic stuff and these jokes and these foolish videos online. You watch that and you laugh and then you move on. You watch videos where somebody is peeling plantain, or somebody is chewing chips and it's making that crunchy noise, and they tell you ASMR. And people say, "Oh, I enjoy watching ASMR."
A man acting like a feminine.
You enjoy that. You get me? So yeah.
It is what it is. Okay, our next question. Do algorithms reward intelligence or emotions?
Algorithms reward emotions in a sense that, like we just spoke about.
Exactly.
If you make content that creates certain emotions, yes, they reward that. That is why most of these algorithms have reaction features. Like, you can care for a post, you can love a post, you can laugh about it. These are all rewarding emotions, and when you make content that evoke this emotion of joy, excitement, and sometimes sadness and all those things, you have people following. But if you make intelligent stuff, this algorithm does not reward that, and it doesn't like being questioned. So if you make highly informative videos, your videos are being taken down, or
they are restricted.
Yes, they are not being promoted to the masses.
Okay. Now I have a last question for you.
Okay.
Have you noticed how outrage spreads faster than new ones?
Yes. It's purposely because people have refused to be informed, to learn. When we see any piece of information, like, let's use our latest news in Ghana about Black Sheriff not paying rent or owing a certain woman rent. That is not the truth of the matter.
Exactly.
That is just somebody's
Assuming.
headline that they have created. Now, if you see only the headline and you don't watch the video or you don't read the article, you just get that outrage that, oh, so even upon all his money and all that, he's still owing rent.
He can't even pay
He can't
rent.
even pay his rent, and he owes 2 billion of rent and blah 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 blah. But rather than you sitting down to read the article or delve deep into the topic, so that you are not outraged, so that you actually have a lot of nuance to be able to come up with an informed decision, we don't want that. We just want to be outraged.
Okay. Well, let's explain and well understood.
Sure?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you so much. And viewers, we have come to the end of our first Q&A section, and we'll continue in our next episode. So we want you to hang around, because this topic we're talking about is very broad, and we really want to learn and get to know a whole lot of things and know how we can get more information than sitting down for people to tell us or to see things on social media without getting the real content of or the fact of the information, and we just go around there spreading rumors or spreading fake news. We need to desist from that and then get the right facts, so that when it comes for you to talk, you can talk, and you talk for a fact, not for what you heard, what somebody is saying. Thank you so much for your time, and we see you next time in our next episode. Peace.
Peace. Peace, nigga.
I hope my phone will off.